Hello everyone, my name is Imani and welcome to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, I run Black and Vegan on Instagram and TikTok, and I have a vegan cookbook coming out in March 2023 that I am so excited about. I've been vegan for about 3 years, and trust me, I feel like I have learned a lot along the way. There's been a lot of growing pains and a lot of learnings, and I'm so excited to share that in this video. So without further ado, here are 5 tips on becoming a vegan. Rule number 1, do your research. I promise you it will save you a ton of time and a ton of nutritional facts and steps you are going to need to know along the way. So for me, I became vegan on a whim. I did no previous research before starting. Although I am super proud of that and I'm super honored that I decided to do something like that, I do think that doing research in the beginning would have saved me a ton of time. Like for instance, understanding there are certain supplements that a vegan needs to take, such as B12, I have mine right here, and your omega-3. Doing your research before you even begin in the vegan diet can save you so much time. Also, another tip, instead of Googling, you can also read. I read this book called How Not to Die, and it completely changed my perspective on plant-based eating. It got me on track with nutrition, and most importantly, it made me feel super creative when it came to the vegan diet. So those are a couple of tips in how to do your research. But most importantly, do some research before you begin, because I promise you there are some things that I wish I would have known earlier. Number 2, this might be a little controversial, but go cold turkey. Look, I know there are a ton of people that suggest just altering your diet bit by bit, but I actually think, because I did this, that going cold turkey forced me to fully commit to the diet. I find that sometimes when people decide to do bit by bit, they actually never fully transition, or they actually revert back to their old diet because they kind of forget the purpose of becoming vegan in the first place. But by actually fully committing, it forces you to completely change your lifestyle and commit faster, and go through that kind of awkward phase of missing cheese, missing meat, getting over that a lot quicker. Because I mean, imagine that. You're still eating cheese, so it's gonna be harder to forget cheese when you're still eating it. Does that make any sense at all? I hope it does. But I really do strongly suggest just going cold turkey, giving yourself a real shot and trying things out. Number 3, with that being said, have grace. Understand that you are going to make a mistake. You are completely changing your lifestyle in a matter of hours. It is going to take some time to adjust. For instance, I used to just buy seasoning packets without even thinking about it until I read the back of those seasoning packets and realized that it would say things like contains milk. Trust and believe. If they can add milk, they will add that milk, okay? They will add that sprinkle of dairy and that sprinkle of egg and almost everything. Don't beat yourself up. Have grace and understand to not make the same mistake twice. Learn from your mistakes and just keep on pushing and growing instead of completely giving up. Number 4, expect changes, whether that be in your body or even in the types of food that you eat. I mean, for instance, I loved cheese, which is why I probably keep mentioning it in this video. I love cheese, but vegan cheese did not hit the same. I actually expected vegan cheese to taste very similar to regular cheese, but that is just not going to be the case. Expect a change in textures and flavors. I mean, you are once again completely changing your lifestyle, and that is going to come with some differences and changes. So please expect changes in either your foods that you're eating, but also in your body. I mean, I went through a process of gaining weight and losing weight as I was experimenting with food and trying to understand the correct nutritional value for me. So that is another reason why, going back to our first point, do your research, understand vegan nutrition, and that will actually help you from making very drastic weight changes and nutrition changes during the vegan journey. Number 4. No, oh wait. We're on number 5. Wow, that was quick. Okay, number 5, don't reinvent, veganize. And what I mean by that is please, please, please do not start thinking that you have to start eating salads all day and smoothies only. Start thinking about the foods that you used to eat before and just veganizing it. For instance, if you love spaghetti now, you can still have spaghetti as a vegan. Instead of using beef, use some alternative meats, or even use some beans as a replacement. I love using lentils instead, lentils and walnuts as a replacement, but that comes later down the line. As a new vegan, I suggest just keeping things super simple, replacing your meats with with alternative meats. And as you work your way up, just start to use more plant-based items. Like I said, let's just double down. Do not reinvent, simply veganize. And this will save you so much time and energy and actually help you maintain the vegan diet. Because when you start to completely change your diet, completely change the style of eating that you used to have, it can be a lot harder to commit to this lifestyle and commit to the diet. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my video and listen to my tips. I really, truly hope that this helps somebody out there. Once again, if you are vegan, no matter if you are a month in or 6 years in or 12 years in or your whole life you've been vegan, please leave tips below to help people who are trying to transition, because I promise you there are some tips that I left out that someone else might just think of. Other than that, thank you guys so much for listening. Please subscribe, share with a friend, and also follow me on Instagram for more vegan recipes and tips. But otherwise, have a wonderful day. I love you so much, and I hope to see you again in the next video.